Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in my game showcase series. So this is a little game that I've had on my radar for a little bit. It looks like a cute little incremental. It says Cozy Idle in it, but from what I saw, it may not actually be all that idle, so I'm not going to hold that against it, but it probably should have picked a better name if it turns out to be the case. But I'm not going to make any judgments going in. That's just the one and only review it had when I got into it. So let's get on in. We'll play it for a while and we'll see how we feel about it. I tend to like most incrementals. They tend to last for a couple hours and then they mosey along. So we'll see what it's like. And my cat is saying, hey, it has very nice glasses. Are you the new worker? Absolutely not. Stop lying. It's obvious that you are new. I don't mind being new. I'm just not the worker. They hired someone like you. I guess the rumor that the company is about to fail is true. I'm not sure they did hire me. I don't remember a contract. Anyway, what is your name? Enter your name. Clearly, I'm doing the right job. By the way, I do not care about your name. Wow, I already knew that because of how rude you've been this whole time. I only asked because I needed it for a report. Gross. You can call me boss. Well, if you're the boss, then why didn't you know that if you hired me or not? I'm responsible for useless people like me. Fantastic. Anyway, let's stop talking. I'll show you around. You can access the skill tree from the skills section in the top right corner. You can upgrade your axe and animals from the bottom left section. By the way, speaking of animals, to access animals, you must first buy the island. Huh. After that, you can buy animals and sell their products. Finally, you can go to the gathering area from the bottom right and work there. Alright, that is everything. Do you have any questions? Yes, no? A talking cat! Be quiet, I'm your boss, and are you only realizing that now? Anyway, get to work. Unlock bush in the skill tree to unlock the island. I don't want to. Can't make me, I'll just harvest instead. Oh, you can only do it for a couple sections at a time. Interesting. Look at that. So much stuffs. Such chicken. Alright. Oh, see, we had to get bunny anyway. Look at that. I pre-gamed. Increase our gold earnings. Normal tree respawn. Huh. So I guess it just means for me to play. It's not really a tutorial per se. And then eventually I can buy the island. Yeah, I don't have to click or anything. I just have to be in the right spot for it to harvest something. Oh, that's right, we unlocked a thing. But you know what? I'ma just play. Quack, 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 quack. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so I can upgrade my stuff. I can upgrade the radius. Aminals. Okay. So skill tree is for unlocking new things like that. And the other one is for upgrading our damage and stuff. Okay. Understood. So now we know one level of damage is a 50% increase. It's probably additive. See how big the radius increases. It looks quite a bit bigger, but it's a little hard for me to tell. It doesn't also tell me like what the critical chance increase is, so it's okay. We're gonna get a clear island bonus. We sure aren't. What does this button do? Oh, it goes right to the skill tree. Alright. That's not even a big multiplier, but I guess having them come back would be useful. Though it does seem like a pretty slow progression so far. Yeah, the critical chance rate isn't very high at the very least. Okay, so we can have them respawn. Okay, we could increase how quickly it responds. Let's see how it feels. It's actually pretty fast. Look at that. Alright, that's a noticeable difference at least. And it doesn't respond to the same place, at least. I don't think I've seen a critical hit, actually, now that I consider it. Interesting. Oh, that increased. So we just saw a critical hit. So now there's more trees. So it went from 5 trees to 8. Now I understand what that number was telling me. So that raised the maximum that the trees are at. That's a 10% increase. Huh. Unlock the normal bush. We can get bushes in this joint. I bet it's a higher value harvestable. It is pretty chill and relaxing. I'll give it that. Yep, we'll put more trees out there, that'll help. Well, that was our most profitable one yet. I don't know what total chance is, but we got it. That's probably additive, but we'll find out. Hope it is. We got an achievement for cutting 100 trees. I'll increase the multiplier a little bit. Now we'll get our bushes involved. You unlocked the bush! We sure did. Now you can buy your first island. Why is that the thing that lets us buy our first island? Buying the island, you can buy animals. Animals will give you passive income besides your main work. You want more incomes from animals, you can upgrade them in the upgrade section at the bottom left. Keep working. So it costs 200 to buy this island. Alright. Yeah, the bushes actually have a lot in them. They're actually super easy to kill too, so they're actually easier to break than the others, and they're super profitable. Nice. We're gonna be so rich. Huh. That's only 20. Interesting. Other tree variants, huh? Apple trees. Alright. Alright, let's buy our island. Let's see what it looks like. Now we can pay money for chickens, of course. Progress speed, egg value, such chicken, much wow. You bought an aminal! There are a few things you should know here. I'll explain them quickly. First, you will now see special chests for your animals in the gathering area, of course. Will give you products, and you can earn good money this way. To earn more money from the chests, you need to increase the number of animals you own. The number of animals you own reaches 5, 10, and 15. The money you earn from chests will increase. Also, you can go to the animal upgrade section using the bottom left. Of course. That is all you can return to work now. That's what happened when it like expanded out. So if I hold it on this, I get the monies. So it builds up and then you can collect it. That's cute. Yeah, so each one costs more than the previous one. So now I can go to the next one and it will let me buy this next one if I get this bush unlocked. Okay. Interesting. There's our little chest. So it has an HP to it. Oh, it's a bunch of eggs. Interesting. So now you start making choices on which way you want to go with your upgrades and what you want to spend it on. I understand. So we'll get another bush. Bushes are currently our highest profit. So we're gonna increase our radius as the next thing. That'll just let us get more things involved. Bush. New variants. I don't know what that's gonna give us, but we'll find out. More chicken. Ah, this one's got a different look to it. Right, so there's other tree variants, whatever that does for it. So that one has a little... Huh. We'll see what we think of it as it goes. So yeah, I think we want to upgrade this a little bit. Yep, so I'll raise the value on the eggs. That's a 3 times multiplier, nice. don't know where the other variants of stuff comes in. I don't think I've seen that so far. And that should be a multiplier to our chest value, I think. If I understood what it told me correctly. So now the progress bar should go a little faster for getting eggs. So there is a different variant, and I'm not sure what's different about it. It's got like a slightly different pine thing to it. More egg value. Now I'm not actually sure where the chest is from this layout. The gathering area is getting a little crowded. I will say is I don't like that the island is the exact same shape, if that makes sense. Like, this one is the same shape. More or less. There might be very minor differences, and like more in the water than outside of it, but other than that, it seems very similar. Oh, there it is. Yep, we're slowly making our way through all of this. Yeah, the eggs are starting to be more valuable than the rest of it, so it's starting to become more useful to aim for it. But we're gonna unlock a little bit more of a wood multiplier here. Oh, we got ourselves a nice beastie boy over here. Yep, even there it was more valuable. So how expensive is the next level? It is 3,000, and we might as well just get the apple tree at that point, right? Starting to max out the axe. I do imagine that there's better tools that we unlock as time goes on, and that's just probably the base one. There we go, see? Next axe. Bam. Let's see if it by default is better. I think it is better. I think it's at least the same value as it already was, which is fine. Yeah, we can unlock the next tree. You unlock the apple tree. Maybe you are a little different from the other useless ones. You are still at the beginning. Keep working, we will meet again. Oh, look at this auto collector. Huh. Interesting. We can't actually afford any more upgrades with what we currently have, so off we go. So now we got apples we're collecting. My guess is that the apples are significantly better. Also, the island got bigger. I just noticed that, I think. It's bigger at least. They're not currently super valuable, but I think that is just a matter of time. See what else was hiding back here. See if there's any more ones we can afford. That would make more apple trees. That would make them more valuable. Blammo. So now we're gonna start raising this stuff. So let's see, it goes from 4. What does this next notch get it up to? So that is just a 1 notcher. So it's twice as effective as the previous level's upgrades were. Hey, on a positive note, the upgrade is enough for it to break the chests with 1 hit. That's actually pretty good. So yeah, let's make the wood pop off. Let's bam. So we're gonna raise the radius again. I hope the radius gets absolutely insane as well. Apple bush, huh? Well, unfortunately that doesn't help us immediately, but this one would actually help everything, so let's at least increase the timer. So we're gonna get our 10th one. That should make the chests better. I guess we'll make the axing happen a little faster. Now we've got apple bushes for what that does for us. I guess we could go in here and just go ham in on regular upgrades for a round. Now we've gotten to 1,000 tree achievement. I did not look at the achievement list for this game before it started, so I don't know how deep in it goes. We'll give another round to the main hub. Let's balance it out a little bit more. But we'll give another notch to the egg value. It's been good for us. The egg value is the vast majority of our current income anyway. We got an awful lot of eggs, that's for sure. It says extra wood chance, but it shows an apple. And this also says increase wood from apple trees, so maybe it's considering it apple wood, but like the words on it are a little weird. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That hasn't actually increased the value of it yet, from what I noticed. That's okay. We'll work our way towards it. Well, with how much of our value is actually just from eggs, there's a universe where we don't actually upgrade our trees much at all, and we just focus on eggs, and that universe could work out well, probably. I think that would be a very funny way to play it. Because in a way, the trees just kind of hide where the eggs are. I mean, there is value in what the trees are giving us, but compared to the eggs, it is almost nothing. Well, not almost nothing, but it's negligible, I guess you could say. You could argue against it at least. That might be the most eggs we've gotten so far. Now let's raise how many chickens? We maxed out our chicken count. Now we're at maximum chickenage. I mean, it's not a bad gameplay loop in a way. It's nice, it's short, it's sweet. There is a potentially idle aspect to it, but not the main gameplay. It won't get you that far. So, I would say for the most part, this game is not especially valuable as an idle game. Let's see what the auto collector feature. You unlock the auto collector to admit you are not doing bad. Your name. Yes. Do not get too confident. You are still at the beginning. Anyway, auto collectors may be weak at first, but you will see their value as you upgrade them. Now keep working. The number of auto collectors. Auto collector damage. Oh, so this is how you get the soccer archer. You had to get the auto collector. Interesting. So I imagine that this puts a little auto collector bubble on to the other thing that does damage over time. Interesting. Yeah, it does 2 right now by default. Okay. That's cool. I cannot see the eggs to collect them though. Interesting. Well, it does at least give us another avenue for getting resources, so. I mean, the best thing about it is that it's supplemental, so it doesn't actually take away anything from what I have going on for the most part. So I guess sleep is the amount of time it takes before it turns around and finds another direction to roll. That's my guess. Yep, we can upgrade the egg value again. I mean, we might as well just save up and get the last level of it too. Well, they are starting to catch up a little bit. But now we can increase the value of the eggs another notch. Fully maxed out our emeralds. I think it's time to max out to the next level of choppiness. Next one is 5,000. It doesn't tell me which kind of axe this is, which is weird, but you know, that's fine. Yeah, the other stats on this don't currently matter, but the first notches on those is probably helpful. But yeah, what we need is 50,000 to get the Sakura to get to the next one. So. If that's what we want to save up for. Well, we are starting to get a lot more from the woods, so I guess we're doing okay. But basically what we just did was increase the density of all this a lot, so it's going to be a lot hard to tell where the aminal chest things are, but the profit on all their stuff is going to be pretty high now. So... Well, look at that. We got just enough to get the Sakura, so we might as well do it. Your name. You unlock the Sakura tree. To be honest, I am impressed. Maybe you are not as useless as you look. You think I am being too rude to you? You are perfect. What? I thought I was being rude. Also, be more serious at work. Anyways, keep working hard. Of course. I'll keep hardly working, I understand. Oh, it wants the bush, not the tree. I understand. We're not there, guys. We're not at the bush. But this island got bigger after we bought the new type of thing, so... maybe it'll be a little easier to tell where it is. Or maybe not. You know? I do like the little Sakura footprint on the ground that the trees leave. Which totally wasn't an intentional pun, but we unintentionally got there, so we'll take it. other tree variants. So now there's another Sakura tree variant kicking around out here. Oh, I see it. It's got a little bit more wood on its frame. It's a little subtle like the other one was. Kind of wish it was less other single variant and not... Like, it's not very clear that it's only giving you one more variant. Let's put it that way. It's being mildly visually dishonest. We can get the tree, the bush. The bush is our next islands thing. Yeah, it's pretty cheap actually. Doesn't get a little house on it. We can get some sheepies. So sleepy, much sleepiness. As you can see, it depends on the island as to which one you can upgrade. I wonder if this means we get 2 chests now. Let's see. Yes, there's a different chest. Oh, and it's sturdier. Look at that. Look at that multiplier. That's crazy. Well, now we know that it's valuable. And we'll raise up the gold value. Then we'll go over and we'll upgrade our sheep. $50K, huh? I'll give it a last run for good time's sake. So yeah, if we see it, it's worth chasing down because it's very valuable. We haven't even barely upgraded it. Yeah, this is where we're gonna call it for now. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next time.